This was one review I had to think about. What should I say about Deus Ex? This is the game which makes life worth living. Perfection is a word which seems insulting to describe it. It transcends perfection. Its very existence may actually prove some sort of god exists, and that it brought Ironstorm together to make the end all of games. Once you play Deus Ex, everything else which follows will only be a disappointment. Deus Ex is placed in 2052, a time of terror where a virus known as the Grey Death is fast spreading across the globe and killing millions. Terrorists have seized barrels of a possible vaccine, or ambrosia, from New York. As nanotechnologically enhanced rookie agent JC Denton of UNATCO, your task is to recover the stolen shipments. JC will soon find that there are problems far worse than that of NSF terrorists, and uncovers a conspiracy which spans centuries. This story is every paranoid wacko's dream. Corrupt agencies, power-hungry corporations, medieval orders, and secret paramilitary groups all in one. It's sometimes so far gone you wonder where these ideas came from. Frighteningly, every day the world creeps closer to that of the one portrayed in Deus Ex. It's so beautifully constructed and full of small details which only serve to improve it. Advancement of the plot is done in a linear fashion through transmissions, conversations, and computer data feeds. This approach keeps it fresh and leaves the player with a sense of wonderment, especially as your interactions often have impacts on the story as a whole. Gameplay is just as powerful. The levels of Deus Ex are designed with every player's psyche in mind. There are always multiple ways to infiltrate areas depending upon your skills which you've chosen for JC. Role-playing elements are strongly incorporated into the world with a skills system which affects your abilities in different areas. For instance, if I was a stealthy player, which I'm not, I might add, I might go and improve my lockpicking so I can bypass confrontations and gain access to locked areas. Going Rambo, equip a flamethrower and toast everything that gets in your way. Then there's the crafty player who might turn the enemy's tools against them.
Stay away from that! You'll release the greasels!
In addition to skills, JC can install several augmentations into various parts of his body. These augmentations provide functionalities such as destroying incoming missiles, enhancing speed and jumping capabilities, or going completely invisible.
Hey, who got a bogey?
The combination of these skills and augmentations provides limitless ways to approach any given situation, and that's the greatest part of this game. Endless possibilities, endless replayability. I find it so much fun when one of my little schemes goes to work flawlessly. Let me show you one. Behind me is a cache of augmentations. The problem? It's being watched by some extremely powerful guards. Fortunately, I have the key to the facility prison cells, which will be my diversion. Now I can hack the computer while they're occupied, and... presto! I freaking love this game. The other spectrum of the gameplay is progression. Although the game is ultimately linear, it often places you in questing hubs. Talking to anyone in the surrounding areas opens up a potential side quest. I mean, just walking down a dark alley suddenly got me involved in a deadly scenario.
Kill him. Nothing. I checked his pockets. You don't live underground and not have one of Charlie's cards. Make him take off his shoes. Hey!
Side quests have just as much attention to detail with multiple outcomes. Your prowess may even gain you some goodies later on. Conversely, if you're not inclined to listen, you could just kill the characters and they'll never appear again.
300 credits.
No thanks.
You are not our first choice of customer either.
That's how insanely complex Deus Ex is. Your actions always have consequences. Choose what will be the greatest benefit to you. And there are strictly no boring kill X number of enemies and collect X number of items quests. There is not a single boring level in Deus Ex. Even the training is great.
I'm with you, Natko. Start talking.
I ain't going back to jail.
Let's try some word association. First word, ambrosia.
Bitch, I ain't going back to jail.
Trust me, I could continue talking about the amazing gameplay for hours, but I should move on. While Deus Ex is brilliant, it does actually have a few flaws. I lied. I'm talking about the graphics. Iron Storm used the Unreal Engine, probably because they had large levels in mind. And yes, the levels are gigantic. The entirety of Liberty Island in New York is just one level. The overall display is very rudimentary. Just take a look at these trees. Ugh. Fortunately, you can grab texture mods if you're absolutely allergic. Still, the setting is well thought out. The entire game takes place during the nighttime, trying to convey this foreboding cyberpunk world. Instead of shaping the environment around this theme, most of the world remains gritty and undeveloped. The real technology is in weapons manufacture, so you'll see robots, plasma guns, nanotech swords, that sort of thing. Even your user interface will provide technical data on damaged body parts which can affect performance, inventory, augmentations, goals, and even maps which can help you plan your approach. If I drag out the Blade Runner cliche, Deus Ex is very much like that, a crumbling world which is about to collapse. I adore what the people working on sound did with this game. The voice acting is actually so bad, it's good.
Oh my god, JC, a bomb!
A bomb.
It's remote controlled. Hold on.
Get out of there.
Anything you like, cutie. 20 credits.
I spill my drink.
Sure.
No, I wanted orange. It gave me lemon lime.
The machine would not make a mistake.
It's the maintenance man. He knows I like orange.
You get the point. At least they hired actors for virtually every NPC in the game. That's quite an achievement considering most of the lesser characters actually have unique lines. The music. What an absolute treat. The soundtrack is perfect. 4 different tracks of music for each level. 1 for combat, 1 for wandering around, 1 for conversations, and 1 for death. Every 3 minutes, there will be another remarkable techno track to place you in this state of bliss. I've always said that video games are not only a means of entertainment, but also a way to experience something which is impossible in real life. Deus Ex is an experience. It places you in a very engaging and fascinating world. There are so many possibilities and so much glorious playability. And goddammit, when someone says Deus Ex, you will reinstall it. Because it is an 800 megabyte manual which reminds every sellout developer of how games should be made.
Somebody kill me. Anybody.